How are you all doing? I hope everybody's doing good and everybody's in good health, smelling great, and hopefully are in the holiday spirit and holiday mood. I hope not much negativity going on there. So I hope everybody's having a productive day and good holiday. All right. So today's episode, we're going to look at one of the houses which used to be very legendary. They used to have a lot of those beautiful, awesome fragrances that they are famous for. But now, I think for a reason, for some reason or something, I don't know what's going on with their house. Their releases are back more like one of those bargain bin or something like TJ Marshall or Ross, something like discounted prices. So basically, people would what happened is people are not willing to pay retail for them anymore on the most fragrances. So we're gonna look at one of the fragrances from the house of Gucci, right? So it would be, as I showed you before a few times also, there's gonna be Gucci's Guilty Black, right? Beautiful bottle presentation, but I don't have the box with me, so basically I'm just gonna be showing the bottle and I'll talk about a few aspects of this fragrance, all right? So first of all, Gucci is an Italian house, right? You guys know. And Gucci is very famous for their posh sunglasses. If you know Gucci and like their leather handbags, shoes, clothing, ladies' side, they're very, very posh. This one is a counterpart for the ladies also. This is Gucci Guilty pour Homme. They have also Gucci Guilty pour Femme. And my frank opinion, Gucci makes better bottle and better fragrance for women these days than the men, which is a bit sad because we deserve nicer bottles too. So the counterpart for this bottle in the ladies section looks much nicer, black, red, and then it's like a bit smaller bottle, but the thing is the presentation is beautiful. If you Google it, you'll see. So basically, this one was launched in 2013, right? And this is actually flanker for the Gucci Guilty. The original one is Gucci Guilty. So they also have Gucci Guilty Few Intense, and they have the original. So the nothing special or groundbreaking, all right? But the back in the time, Gucci's name-worthy ones were Gucci Envy, right? I think Tom Ford, when he was the creative director, or he was like the man behind the nose behind everything. So that time they also did Gucci Puram 1, 2. So those three fragrances, Envy, Gucci Puram 1, 2. Those three fragrances are the legendary ones. So those are the one they're famous for. And then they also have something like Gucci by Gucci, that line. You know those bottles like smaller bottles, very heavy bottles. They have a chain and you pull it up. They have Gucci by Gucci Sport. They also, that one has the T note, and then more or less they have 4 or 5 bottles in that line. So nothing like mention worthy that much. I mean, I don't see many people hyping that fragrance, those lines. But this particular one, I picked it up. I'll tell you the story how I picked it up. And the thing is, I went to buy a different fragrance, not this one. And then I picked it up because I like this so much, right? So the bottle sizes and this concentration, sorry, the concentration is EDT concentration, and they come in 50 and 90 ml bottles. So basically, if you're paying retail and they're giving you 90 ml instead of 100, that's where Gucci is guilty of robbing us. just just a joke, by the way. But the thing is, 100 ml will be nice. It hurts sometimes. Burberry does that. Burberry's Brit Rhythm Intense, sorry, not the Intense, Burberry's Brit Rhythm I bought. I also found out it's 90 ml, so kind of hurts, because the retail price is kind of same with the other 100 ml bottles, right? So this one is classified as aromatic, green, white, floral, spicy, woody. Lots of the words to describe this fragrance, and I kind of see it, and prices would be somewhere from 50 US dollars all the way to 100, depends on where you're buying it from. If you can manage to get a discount on this, that would be better, because for me, honest opinion, this one, you shouldn't pay any of these Gucci fragrances retail price. Never ever pay, because it's not really bang for your buck. All right, so look for the discounts. Even in Malaysia, this is highly discounted. So my story for buying this is, I went to, there's a shopping mall called SOGO. SOGO is in Malaysia. It's in Kuala Lumpur city center, so very popular. Also, I think in Singapore they have a SOGO. So SOGO one, what happened was they have this page where they update their fragrances, if something is discounted and whatnot. And they often, if the Chinese New Year, because there are 3 races in Malaysia: Chinese, Indian, and of course Malaysians, Malay. So all 3 are Malaysians, but the majority people are Malays. They call Malay. So what happens is they during the Chinese New Year, Deepavali is the Indian celebration, Diwali, same thing, and also Christmas, Hari Raya is the Eid for the Muslims, so and the year end Christmas, so always discount fragrance. So every now and then, if you follow the page, you'll see there's like price slash. So immediately you run and get. So I saw this one, and I think there was Hugo Red, which I was very interested in, the fruity one, the one you open and you spray just like the from the Hugo by Hugo, that line flanker, and that was I think about what, $50. It was 125 ml was going on, and I went to buy that. So this one was next to that, and I tried it. I'm like, oh, Gucci. I'm not very big fan of Gucci because people really trash this fragrance in the reviews. So I'm like, I just like, the price for this was cheaper, I think. No, this was more. This was around, I think, how much was it? I think $60, all right? And then the Hugo Boss was 50. So basically, no, sorry, my bad. The Hugo Boss was going for somewhere $30. This was going for 60. So basically, the Hugo Boss, it was easy equation for me, right? 125 ml, much cheaper price, half the price of this, and this one is 90 ml. But I'm like, never mind, let's just sniff it. The lady sprayed on my hand. First sniff I got from this, I was like immediately blown away. I'm telling you, these are big words to say, but I got blown away by this, and I knew immediately because I'm a big fan of Hugo Boss bottled. I picked it up. I didn't buy the Hugo Boss, the red, because the red didn't seem that interesting. This one seemed interesting, right? So that's the story of buying this fragrance. Later on, I gave it to my dad, and as usual, he lost the box. So I'm sorry about not showing the box. The bottle presentation on this is very, very nice. I really liked it. I mean, only thing is problem with this cap, it's a bit pain in the ass. You really have to do your dumbbells to practice it, take it off and on and off. So it has the green, poison ivy sort of green, very simplistic looking bottle, but the color combination, I love it. The deep poison ivy green, so you can see your juice level, which is very convenient, and you can also see through this part. All right, it says Gucci Guilty Black. This part is black. Whole thing is a bottle, by the way, glass. The side is like this, okay, right? It says Gucci Guilty Black in the both sides. Pretty nice. If you see it in real time, if you see it in front of you, it will be good. And bottom you get your sticker code and whatnot. Yep. So 90 ml, yeah, I was right. But unfortunately, this bottle actually, I think, was produced in UK, and which doesn't sound like a good news, because many of the reviewers I heard, they say, oh man, the Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme used to be in France, Italy, or other countries. Moment it went to UK, it became shit. Not the case for this, all right? So Gucci Guilty Black, I'm gonna show you, all right? And the sprayer works fine. It's a typical black sprayer. Nothing much attention to details, I think. It's nothing, doesn't say Gucci anywhere. Just a nice, simplest looking, but looks nice in your collection, right? Stands tall. So for the bottle design for this, I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. Nice box. I mean, nice box. Also, I'll put a picture on the opening. You can see, very nice. I like the color combination. So 8 out of 10, right? So, and I told you other bottles from this. I mean, other fragrances from this house and flankers also, right? So the notes in this, okay? The notes are in this fragrance are green coriander, lavender, neroli, green notes, orange blossom, cedar, and patchouli, right? So if you're wondering what else smells like this, which classification it falls into, what are the similar sort of fragrance, this is a bit like spicy green, sort of like evening wear. This is for evening kind of time, and I feel in the cooler weather this is perfect. Bit maybe not the intense winter, maybe autumn or fall, somewhere along that line, bit cooler weather at night time, evening time, best wearing. So the similar would be La Nuit de l'Homme, big names, YSL, La Nuit de l'Homme, same classification. Hugo Boss bottled, both the EDT and EDP. The One, Dolce & Gabbana, The One, EDT and EDP. Spice Bomb, Bulgari's Men in Black. Burberry's house, a lot of them touch, I think Burberry, Brit Rhythm, all the fragrance, similar category. So basically they try to do something like it, noir version, darker version. I think this one, the Gucci, in that Gucci by Gucci line, they also have this oud, like I think there's a oud, yes, there's a oud release. That one also is a night wearing, but this one is more on the fresh, spicy, all right? And the smell, actually, It feels like this is built for more on the both, it to cater both sides. Younger gentlemen, like who are in the college, universities, and school, they can wear this, as well as mature gentlemen, just like your Hugo Boss. So very versatile in that way. Seasonal wise, hotter weather you can wear it, but what I feel is hotter weather it doesn't last that long. So longevity on this, I think is kind of like somewhere in the middle of the line. Hotter days, if you wear this at night or the daytime, it's gonna last you about what, our condition, Asian condition, 2 to 3 hours. If you're wearing this on your clothes, maybe last you a little bit longer to hold on to your clothes better. In the cooler countries, you're gonna get I think 6 to 7 hours on this from your skin, and your shirt, if you spray, you're gonna get 8 hours. All right, so perfect for a lot of things. I'll tell you the occasion. All right, and the age, I said any age can pull this off. This is what great about this fragrance. Okay, the other ones I don't find them so special. Other ones are similar, typical your mall scents, and never worth your penny. This one, yes, definitely. As you can see, my father wears the hell out of this fragrance in his office. So what is it ideal for? This fragrance ideal for your office wearing. If you're going for office, if you're working hours would be like morning to afternoon, it's gonna be perfect. It would be better if you could respray it in the middle of the day, but if it's the cooler days, it's gonna hang on to your clothes very nicely, so people can smell you. All right. Projection wise, this one is quite okay also. People can smell it around you, and pretty creates very nice aura about green, spicy, not that spicy, but sort of like spicy, manly. Smells like a man's fragrance. All right. So how does it smell? Let's just try and see the spray also, right? I just put on my lotion and stuff because winter going on. Otherwise, you're gonna die without lotion. Okay, let's see the spray. Yeah. Let's just go with 2. Spray is alright. Nothing, not that strong, not that bad. It's like, let's say 6 out of 10. Okay. So yeah, the smell. The best part of this fragrance is not the bottle. It's not anything else. It's the smell. When you spray it at first, it's like magic. It will hit you. It's gonna be so lovable, which is why I bought this over the few other fragrances, and I thought the price was worth it. Okay, very beautiful opening note of coriander. You can see it, the spices and the coriander, and fresh blast of citrus right up there. It's all mixed, little bit of I think spiciness, bit chili. It feels like a bit chili, but sweet at the same time. So citrusy, green, and spicy. That sort of start. Very aromatic and bright, right? So if you get the feel from Burberry's Brit Rhythm, not Burberry, yeah, Burberry Brit Rhythm, La Nuit, that sort of feel on the opening. So if you like La Nuit, likely you're gonna like that opening top note of this. It has that sort of beautiful opening blast. So the thing is, usually you guys know, never buy your fragrances based on opening top note, because top notes sometimes they, get you like, oh yes, it's gonna be awesome fragrance. But hardly you see the dry down is as good or as magical as opening. So for the opening blast, this is magical, lovely. Anyone who loves Hugo Boss bottle, La Nuit, they're gonna love this fragrance, or Burberry's. But what's different from Burberry's with this is the powdery vibe. It's not that evident in this. It's very fresh, very, very juicy, and very not light. It feels like heavy and sometimes feels like light. It's weird. So yeah, after 10 or 15 minutes, the citrus will go away. And then I think the freshness of also that comes from the neroli. There's some neroli note in this. So a little bit floral, all right? Citrusy, all right? And the florals are more evident as the dry down comes, all right? Sits subtle on your skin, and I think people from 4 or 5 feet can smell you when it's projecting. So opening 2 to 3 hours, it will project very nicely. People can smell it, just like Hugo Boss bottled, all right? So on the dry down, you're gonna smell a little bit of lavender coming, all right? On the opening, I don't see the lavender. The lavender comes in the dry down, little bit powdery, not so much lavender. So the focus is on green, just like the bottle here, all right? If you like green fragrances and a little bit spicy, a little bit not vegetable, let me not say vegetable, it's more like a herbal feel, yes. So a little bit herbal, a little bit spicy and sweet, very, very nice. And the dry down, you'll get your green notes more evident, and also orange blossom, very beautiful note, right? And then a little bit cedar and patchouli. But patchouli, like if you're thinking of patchouli, be very strong note, power packed. This is not a power packed fragrance, all right? So for the longevity and projection wise, it's a little better than average, okay? And Best time, if you were in the evening, you're gonna get 6 to 7 hours from this time of winter. We're gonna get, I think, yeah, for Christmas also you can wear this, sort of like casual, nothing hate worthy, or it's not very uncommon also. Let me tell you, this smells like many other fragrances out there, but done very well. Okay, so for your office, school, or your professional, this very professional smell. All right, so if you know Ted Hermes also, that one has a orange peel vibe. This one doesn't have the orange or anything, but has a feel of earth because the green. So kind of like spicy, earthy tone to it. If you know Gucci is bamboo for women. I think bamboo. That one has a fresh green accord to it of the bamboo, right? This one, I don't think the bamboo note is in it, but pretty nice. So for my recommendation, this is not groundbreaking, but pretty nice. It's like Hugo Boss bottle. Wherever Boss bottle stands, this stands in the same place. So pretty good release, right? You're gonna get compliments with this. Let me tell you right away. You can wear this on the date. Very, if you want to give that vibe of gentleman, you are not anything extreme. You are very, you know, just confident and manly. Not as much as Bulgari's Man in Black. That one is more on the extreme, the spicy side. This one has little bit spices, little bit green, and little bit mature, little bit sophistication. Teachers, lecturers, professors, maybe a lawyer. They are the people who be wearing this. Doctors, not so much. For the sport, I don't think to sport purpose it doesn't serve. School days, if you want to wear something in the school and you want your ladies' attentions, girls, we're gonna dig you for this. So look into this. And what else? So for compliments wise, I think this is a very good compliment, Karan. I'm gonna give 9 out of 10 for this. All right, it's kind of like a slipper. All right, slipper fragrance. Many people overlook it, but I recommend you, if you know my style, it's one of my favorites. Right, I gave it to my dad, and I miss it once in a while. I still my spray still. Yeah. So overall mark for this, I think I'm gonna give this, considering everything, I'm gonna give this 7.5, just because the performance could be better. Versatility, daytime you cannot wear it, so a little bit losing mark there. But then it applies for anyone. Any age can pull this off. So that's where it's good. You can wear this. It's a very safe scent. If you don't know anything else to wear, it's not going to be hated that much. It doesn't have any elements of incense, oud, or anything nasty. Very like worthy. All right. So my mark for this, 7.5 out of 10. So if you're looking for something just you want to wear every day, it could be a signature scent. All right. So look into Gucci Guilty Black. The black one especially. The other ones are shit. Not gonna say shit, but not value for your money. Those are more like typical run-in-the-mill fragrance. Nothing special about those. But if you feel there's something else line from this line, flankers are better, you can let me know in the description box. So look for the discount. All right. So basically that's it. My recommendation and my review for this. How many sprays, by the way? I think you should go a little bit more. You can go 6 sprays with this. 5 to 6 sprays will last you very nicely. Make sure, apart from your exposed skin, you also get some on your clothes. Hang on to your clothes and your hair. You can go with on the hair. Weird, right? It will hang on much better, right? So, Gucci Guilty Black, done, dusted. So one last thing before I go. Just one thing that I want to talk about very briefly. That is, the game is changing. Sometimes people are upgrading, so-called people who are driving Prius upgrading to Mercedes. From Mercedes they're going to Audi and Jaguar and whatnot. In the fragrance game, people are upgrading, right? People are from designer side, they're going on niche. I noticed, no respect to everyone, by the way, once again, whatever your choice is, great, right? But this is just my personal opinion. Sometimes people choose quality over quantity, right? Great, respect also. But you know what, like, for the community out there, one thing, right? Not everybody can afford or fan of niche fragrances just for that heavy price tag. Price tag means the price that come with. For the retails, Creeds, Amouage, all these expensive brands, I'm pretty sure average Joes out there who watch, the students or people who are working people, they have limited income and stuff. For them, designers are the holy grail, right? You guys can afford, I can afford for the time being this. But some part of the world we are paying designer price, which is equivalent to niche prices, and we're getting fragrances like this for hundreds of US dollars. I have seen prices like I told you, Creed's Aventus for 125. People are selling on the pages. I paid 130, 140 US dollars just to get a fragrance from designer's side. So the passion and love is always there. So what I'm trying to make a point is, sometimes, you have to look at the other side, practicality also. If you're thinking like, now I'm gonna get a 5 ml small decant for the price of 100 ml, 150 ml bottle. Sometimes think also, right? Okay, the quality issue is there, but then how long that's gonna serve you the purpose? If you get a bottle, let's say Bleu de Chanel, you get it, right? It's a bit on the higher side, but you get it for 100 ml. And then this similar bottle, for this price, you can get like a 15 ml decant of something great, let's say Aventus. But how many sprays can it serve you? You need to wear the average Joe man, average Joes, people who are working. You need for at least a year. Such bottles, 100 ml bottles, gonna serve you at least 1 year, right? So for me, I look at the practicality also, right? So what I'm trying to say in the end is, value your fragrances. Don't look down upon on your fragrance. Oh no, you are just a designer, typical. People are putting it in your head, right? This is nothing special. You have to upgrade your game, and you buy something and you leave it in your collection, and then just people say something, it gets to you. Don't let it get to you. Why? Because you have to treasure your fragrances. Sometimes look at the beautiful aspect of it. You get a magnetic cap, you get a beautiful bottle, very beautiful smell, you get compliments. You have covered most of your areas, my friend, right? So if you are in that sort of budget situation like I am, some days, yes, if you can afford, buy a full bottle. So that's what I'm trying to say. Look into that thing, learn to love your fragrances, treasure your fragrances. Maybe you just own the one bottle only. Respect and love it, because this is serving you purpose really well and for a very long time. Don't listen to people and think like, oh shit, I have David of Cool Water and people say cheap shit. I'll say it again and again. Those people who say stuff, because to them that's what that suits. They're paying thousands of dollars, right? And then you buy something like a Club de Nuit Intense from Armani, and then you smell like Aventus. So some of those Creed fanboys will be like, shit man, your fragrance is cheap, doesn't smell anything like it. But the fact is, like let's say David of Cool Water, it's a lot like the Green Irish Tweed, smells a lot like it. Aspen, or maybe Mont Blanc Individual, it smells like Original Santal. So thing is, if you're on a budget, you're already smelling a lot like those fragrances with a much cheaper price tag. So don't listen to people, and then don't try to get the smaller decants. If you're early stage collector, if you have money, get the bigger bottles. But then most of the time, think of the value and value your fragrances. All right. So that's the thing I want to talk about, right? Don't listen to people. Don't let them affect you. All right. You own 3 bottles. That's great. Okay. Be proud of it. Rock it properly. All right. So everybody, have a happy holiday once again. The Christmas mode is on. Enjoy holiday before the year ends, and enjoy the winter. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See you. Good night.